Hi, I'm Ed Zynda, and this is What the Funk.
One cool thing about the Ethereum virtual machine is that it allows you to create contracts that communicate with other contracts. This allows you to create larger, more complex decentralized applications. So for instance, you could have one contract that basically handles all the state for your application, and then another contract that handles the logic. And then both of those contracts can communicate with each other through their various publicly accessible functions. In this lesson, we're just going to quickly go over how you can actually create contracts that talk to other contracts. So the first thing I did was create this simple, very simple calculator contract. And all it does is add and multiply. So if we go ahead and publish this contract, you can see you can add two numbers, 2 and 3. Gives you 5, multiply 5 and 10, gives you 50. Very simple. But let's go ahead and see how you can create another contract and have that contract communicate with our calculator contract. There are actually two different ways you can do this. I'll show you the first way first. So we're going to create this contract. We'll just call it foo. And the first way is actually creating an instance of the contract you want to communicate with inside the other contract. So contracts, like I mentioned in an earlier video, kind of act like classes and objects, if you're familiar with object-oriented programming languages. So let's create an instance of a calculator. Calculator, if I could type today. So we have this calculator variable, or calc variable. That's an instance of calculator. And we want to set it to be a new instance of calculator. So we have a calc instance. Now what we can do is we can create a function that actually uses this new calc instance. So let's just create a static getter function called 2 times 3. And all that's going to do is multiply 2 times 3 and give you the result. That's not what I was trying to do. So if we publish this foo contract, you see the getter, and it returns 2 times 3. And it's successfully using this multiply function from within the calculator contract. We can do the same with the add function. So let's add, I don't know, let's add 1 and 7. So we can go ahead and publish this again. You see the getter down here, 1 plus 7 equals 8. Now that's one way you can actually have two contracts communicating with each other. Another way, which is probably a more common way, is if you already know that a contract exists on the blockchain and you know its address, you can actually communicate with that instance as well. And the way we do this is just a little bit different. So let's go ahead and we'll create this calculator instance. So it's on the blockchain and it has an address. So we're going to copy this address. And instead of newing up a calculator instance, we'll give a calculator instance with this address. So we want to use this calculator instance that's already published on the blockchain and it's already doing its thing on the blockchain. So we'll go ahead and create this foo, and voila, it's working exactly the same. So in this video, we covered really briefly how two contracts can communicate with each other. One, through instantiating a new instance of a contract, and two, by referencing a contract that's already published by its address. If you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you like the content on this channel, go ahead and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.